Yeah, let's talk about some holsters. And we are live. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Stone Guy 223. Do some quick introductions from my left. We've got Daniel. I don't have my camera on. It's Daniel there.
He just said he'll be right back.
Uh, gotcha. Then next to him, we've got Gun Websites.
Hey, thanks for the invite.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you tuning in. Then we've got the Tack Daddy.
Who is also be right back.
Yeah, he went to take the dogs out as usual. And then we've got Sully.
What's up?
Sully, do you have a channel by any chance?
I'm gonna be getting a channel going here in the near future. It's more of a camera issue right now, and I have to shoot some videos, one for a couple different holsters, but soon.
Right on. Well, let's talk about that right off the bat. We're kind of doing some holster talk in the pre-show, and so
Well,
what do you
give me
what do you
one
got?
second to make sure everything's clear on my end here. All right, so this is the G code incog. Travis Haley had a big hand in this thing. Just supposed to be the grab and go, clip it on. Right now I have it set up for 9 to 5 o'clock carry. I really want to like it, and it cost a pretty penny. It's like 65, 70 bucks. And it has really good retention for a level 1 holster. Really positive. I mean, it ain't coming out. But it is just not comfortable. You absolutely have to wear an undergarment with this particular holster.
Yeah, to me that's the thing, man. I think anybody especially for anybody that actually concealed carries, um, I'm sure we've all got a bin full of holsters that we don't use, don't like.
Yeah,
I
I
personally,
really.
I've got a whole, what are these these little 18-gallon Tupperware looking boxes, that are full of holsters that either, look good in theory, but then when it came to actually wearing them for a little while, they just weren't comfortable, or they.
Right. Well, here's where I'm at because on the Tac Daddy show a few weeks back, I did a little mini review on the Nate Squared one, and also the fact that they didn't list the 227, the Sig P227 as an option for this holster. This is a 226 holster, but it works, and it works great. If I could combine this holster with this backing, I'd have the perfect holster. Because the pain in the nuts about this one is, because I'm a little chubby, reholstering is a two-handed affair. Whereas with this one, it's very easy to holster, very easy to unholster. No issues. It's just a grab and go. I really want to like it. I really, really want to like it. I'm trying to get used to it, but all the videos I've seen and everything, everybody who uses this holster has to wear an undershirt. I mean, it's even. I like the function of it. I just don't like the feel of it. If that makes any sense to anybody.
Is it just that specific Kydex holster, or is that Kydex in general for you?
Well, no. I'm fat. I've got love handles. With the way it retains a firearm, all the stippling, grip is still right there, and the magazine release is right here, and that's what rubs up against my skin constantly. And I can't carry 2 o'clock or appendix because I'm fat, and this gun has a hammer on it.
Speaking of appendix, like I just got this is the Raven appendix carry holster.
Yep.
Look at the light, right? I just got it a few days ago. I have problems because I'm really skinny, and this thing sticks out like a good inch and a half, and it just looks really awkward when I'm walking around my apartment with it.
Right. Well, it took me about an hour and a half, and then a video to realize this is the other clip. This clip goes right here.
Yeah.
This is for appendix carry. If you want to carry 3 or 5 o'clock or 2 o'clock or anywhere else other than an appendix, you only run one clip. Now, the nice thing is this clip does have a billet backing with 6 holes in it, so you can adjust the cant of the holster. Right now I got it set to run straight up and down.
Mm-hmm.
5 o'clock seems to be the most comfortable position for this. I can't carry appendix with this particular gun, so.
Yeah, I usually carry. This is my normal Raven. I usually carry like 3 o'clock, 3:30, and it still sticks out, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to be as awkward.
Right.
Like if I'm wearing like a regular shirt, like a thin shirt like this, it's supposed to go. It just goes straight down normally. But with this appendix one, it goes down and then it goes out.
You look like you got a fanny pack underneath your shirt.
It looks like I either have a fanny pack or just an awkwardly shaped gut. So I kind of have to. I realize. I mean, I'm glad Raven has a 30-day return policy because I'll probably end up sending this back, but I'll probably have to go back to just regular inside waistband.
You know what's kind of funny to me is, and I don't really have a good solution for this, but you know, you can go to a gun range and rent a gun, try it out, see how it feels. But you know, with holsters, you can't do that. And
Yeah.
to me, that would be one thing that, you know, and you hate to take advantage of someone's return policy, but
Oh,
you know,
well,
that's,
see,
that's really kind of what you have to do. You have to buy something and make sure you can return it and wear it for a week or so, and then, you know, if it doesn't work, take it back.
Now,
Yeah.
before I bash G Code for their return policy because they pretty well screw you, I will say their XST line, they're what I call a combat carry, you know, or a duty carry. This is a level 2 with a spring-loaded backstrap. I love this holster. It's for
Beyond?
1911. No, this is G Code. This is their XST line.
Okay.
Spring-loaded. You know, but this is for 1911, which I don't have currently. This is for a 5-inch railed 1911, and it's got the 2-inch duty belt hip carry. So, love that holster. Not sure on this one, but their return policy sucks. You have 15 days from the day it ships.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from the day it ships. Well, it took 7 days to get here, and I'm not gonna put it on my belt once and then figure out if I like it and then send it back. I've got to use it for a few days. So, I mean, I carried it all day today. It wasn't terrible. I don't have any bleeding from anything stabbing into me, so see how it goes. But
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. You got to wear a gun and get acclimated to how it's going to carry on you, because even for, like with me with my competition gun, I remember the first time I put some grip tape. I put some grip tape on my Glock 34, and the very first day I ran a match with it, it fucking tore my arm up, and the side of my shirt was all chewed up, like, because I didn't realize how aggressive that you know, that grip tape, basically like sandpaper.
oh yeah,
And
it's
you know,
crazy
just
aggressive.
yeah, you know, running and anything like that, it just rubbed a
Well,
almost like a road rash.
now you said your competition gun, or were you carrying your competition gun?
Yeah, no, it was during a match, you know, and
Oh,
it
okay.
was you know, so I'm running a 3-gun. The first time happened to be a 3-gun match, so
That's
you know,
why.
it's on my hip, and I'm running with the, you know, with the shotgun and the AR, and the side of my elbows getting tore up, and then, you know, just walking with it, just, you know, rubbing, and then it's just, you know, at the end of the day, I looked down at my, you know, the side of my shirt, and where it was, you know, because I like my gun to ride high, it had basically, you know, picked and pulled and chewed up the side of my shirt. So, I mean, that's, you know, now with everybody stippling their guns and stuff like that, you got to take that in consideration with a holster. It's like, if you get a real aggressive stipple, and then, you know, especially for a lot of people that carry, you know, inside waistband, you know, that gun could just chew you up, man.
Yeah, and you know that's been a problem that I've been having right now is with the G Code holster. I mean, the Sig that I have has the E2 grip on it, and that's essentially kind of a finer grip tape. That shit is not pleasant on your skin. That's just not. And where the Nate squared one is nice, it has all this wonderful material back here. You know, the gun literally hides away. Like I can't feel that on my body when I'm wearing it. So that's a big advantage of this style holster. Now I don't like particularly the way you have to draw out of this holster. That's that whole shove your thumb between the material and the firearm and then
Oh
twist it towards your
yeah,
body and draw.
I don't like that. But what's cool to me is the fact that, with I think Kydex has really brought a whole new element to holsters. Obviously, I mean, there's so many. You don't like Kydex?
No, there's one feature on this I wanted to talk about real quick because you mentioned Kydex. This has that fuzz, that really soft fuzz on it. They call it their tactical fuzz. It's
On the like an inside liner.
No, it's on the outside. Let me flip this lighter in and make my fucking self blind here. You see that textured? So the inside's nice and shiny and smooth, and the outside's nice and soft and textured.
I'll lock on you real quick. All right.
But yeah, that fuzz or that textured part is actually soft. So they try to make it more comfortable. But the problem comes in where the shirt guard is full length and it still doesn't hide enough of the sharp edges on the firearm to keep it from grinding into your body.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I think it's great that the Kydex and technology and everybody's jumping on board and making some really cool holsters. I know Nate Squared, that's my boy. They hooked me up with one for my M&P when I first got it. They make a great product. The guy at Black Point Tactical, Tyler, they make good stuff that different different angles and different just it's neat stuff that 10 years ago we never thought we'd see. But the one thing that bothers me about Kydex in general, and this is partially because I'm so OCD, is the fact that it wears the shit out of my gun.
Yeah.
And just about every gun I carry is a Glock. My EDC is a Glock 19, and I mean the slide is just war. I mean, you just get a lot of holster wear with the Kydex, and I can't think of the company or the product number or designation or whatever, but there's someone that makes a Kydex with like a felt lining to keep that from happening.
I wonder. I could probably talk to G-Code and see if they have any plans to put that on the inside, because, like I said, this fuzz on the outside is nice and soft, and it does. I have a nitron finished slide, and it's already showing wear, and it's not that old, so.
Yeah. So anyway, real quick for anybody that's the gun channels isn't loading for me, so I'm not seeing any comments in gun channels. I can't see the YouTube side.
I'll pop up YouTube now.
It was loading for on my phone, but not on my computer.
Yeah, I can't get it to load on my end, so that's why I'm not seeing any comments. In case you guys, I'm not ignoring you. And obviously, like we said in Tag Daddy Show, this is Glocktober. I'll be doing a giveaway also. What I'm going to do on my end is wait till this video posts. I'll probably give it a day. I'll go back and read anybody that's commented, because after it posts I can go through and read the comments, and I'm actually going to do 2 because I missed Monday's show, got dropped unexpectedly. My computer crashed, so I'll do 2 packages, 2 giveaways, and I'll just go down randomly, and I'm going to pick the 19th comment, and I'm going to pick the 22nd comment for the Glock 19 and the Glock 22.
What are you doing? You give away Glock stuff?
Yeah, for the Glock giveaway, I'm going to do 2 tonight since I didn't do the one on Monday.
Cool. I just cut out because I was just watching I'm posting a video here with showing people what kind of stuff we've gotten so far to give away. But it sounds like we're getting more. Tack's going to be giving away that holster with his. Yeah. Are you doing that all the time, Tack, or just this once?
He's not at his computer right now, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, well, let's just go ahead and volunteer him for one for each. No, I don't know. We've got other people throwing stuff in, so.
We did have one comment on the YouTube side, and it was about the apparently, what is it? Mule? Well, I'm not even going to try that name. He says he's had good success with the Air Marshal Kangaroo carry, and it can carry up to the 227. Usually he carries a Walther PPS over pectoral over soft armor. I don't know anything about that holster, so that's the only comment on YouTube side.
Oh, wow. Well, like I said, I'll give it a day to post, and that way you don't necessarily have to have been watching it live. I'll give it a day or two, and then go back through the comments, because I get a lot more views after these posts. So after it posts, like I said, after a day or two, I'll go back, and the 19th comment and the 22nd comment are going to be the winners for today. And later on, I do have a little GLOCK package that I'm going to do myself. That'll be kind of a special giveaway, so stay tuned for that.
That reminds me, I also have a Glock knife. I think I mentioned this before. I got a Glock knife that I'm going to do a custom stipple job on, and G-Webs, I think, will be giving that away at some point.
Yeah, Hux is legit, but Stone Guy sounds like he's doing some kind of black market version here, so I'm going to take my attorneys in on this. I've got access to the Glock attorneys for this, so.
Right. No, mine's going to be, I don't know what kind of, I'll have to get with you and see what kind of stuff they sent you, but I've got a lot of the stuff that I picked up at the GSSF match that was, that I can give away, that I've got some extra of.
Oh, sweet.
So, anyway, so like I said, got that out of the way. So everybody stay tuned for that. If you're watching either live or in the future, stay tuned for the whole month of October. Gun Websites has been the spearhead of a Glocktober movement. He's going to be doing a lot of giveaways on his channel, Tac Daddy, Dano. There's a lot of guys involved.
Tim's talking about doing it. We've got Yankees doing it. Haas is doing his, but he's going to do his, I think, like more in real life, like talking to people that he's meeting along the drive.
Okay, cool. Cool deal.
You
So,
got, Digital Profit.
okay, all right. Digital Profit. So real quick, do you guys right to left? We'll just go leather or Kydex or hybrid. What's your preference as far as holsters? So start with Daniel here.
Kydex.
G.
Me? Kydex.
Huck.
It's 100 years ago.
Leather.
There's Tac Daddy back. Still taking the dogs out. Sully.
I don't have any experience with leather, so I'm going to have to say Kydex for now.
And I also prefer Kydex.
Ooh, Huck loses.
Ooh.
Well,
By the way, Johnny Concho.
I don't know, I still feel like
says, Stone Guy, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Johnny. Yeah, I hate that, man. This G Plus is all dicked up, and see, like, I can't see any of the. Like, I know this is off topic, but just for everybody that thinks we ignore the YouTube side, and they're like, they don't
I
care about us.
I have to refresh that page 15.
Yeah, I have to refresh it, and then
There'll be no comments. You refresh it, and they're there, and then like it'll auto refresh another one, or tell you there's like 3 more. You refresh, and there's none again.
Yeah,
4 times, and then it shows.
Hassle. But see, on my end, when they did that and they consolidated and they made you like connect your name, your YouTube page, and your G Plus page, it wouldn't let me do Stone Guy 223. Anyway, so I never connected my YouTube with my G Plus, so I can literally I cannot comment on any YouTube video because every time I try it, it prompts me to connect my G Plus, and I won't do it because if it does that, it changes my YouTube name.
They fixed that, Stone, because I have my old YouTube channel that I used to comment with that's connected to the same email as my Google Plus and my upcoming YouTube channel.
Anyway, so it's just a hassle, man. It's not that we're, you know,
Not
trying
ignoring
to.
you, it just takes a minute.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not like we're trying to make everybody join gun channels or we're only paying attention to gun channels people. It's just the fact that YouTube is so fucked up with their comments now that it's just, you know, it's hard to run a show and keep up with the comments. But so
Speaking of that, if there's someone that can feed some the what do they call when you dang it, I can't think of the word. When you can't hear the words in the advertising.
subliminal messaging.
Subliminal.
Thanks. Yeah, if somebody can do subliminal messaging, we're looking for some logos or some intro music.
Let's tack Daddy back.
He always does that whisper over the intro song, so.
Exactly.
There you go. What else we got going on in the world? Ebola.
Well, the good news is everybody heard it was Glocktober, so the Middle East has really calmed down. Everybody's talking about getting together and just having Glocktober events and, you know, peace, basically.
Oh,
You know, only because I don't own a Glock.
Turns out
maybe
the
you gotta
only
do
cure
September.
for Ebola is Glocktober.
Whoa. Did I hear someone's on my chat that doesn't own a Glock?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
me. Imagine that.
Talking about buying one of those.
Yeah.
Kick them out.
I want one of the head down ones. Not gonna lie, my girlfriend likes the Glock.
All right. Well, at least you want one. If you didn't even want a Glock, I'd have to boot you.
I bet she wants the Glock.
Yeah. She loves the Glock. I mean, wait a minute. No, yeah, she likes the way the Glocks feel. She likes that grip angle. I don't particularly care for them. But I'll buy it. It'll be in my name. And if she wants to shoot it, she can shoot it. And then if anything bad happens, it's still my gun.
Yeah, I personally don't fucking like them either. I still carry one though.
Well, I carry a SIG, so somebody's got to do a SIG timber or something.
No. That's just silly talk.
That sounds like a made-up month.
Yeah. So I've been kind of out of it here lately. I haven't been paying attention to the news or really anything. I've been pretty busy with life. So is anything real of significant importance going on?
It's really the same shit. More police overstepping, or at least it appears that way, the way it was edited together and nicely put up on the interwebs. And
oh, I heard something about some cop that busted out a passenger window and tased someone. Yeah. What was the 411 on that?
Apparently, I'm not going to form judgment because what we saw was just bits and pieces, but apparently the entire 14-minute episode from the pullover to the resulting tase and arrest, apparently the whole 14-minute video is on YouTube, so...
Oh, nice.
So I'd be interested to see that. But yeah, what we saw was, I don't really want to bring a race thing into it, but it's the way it's billed. An African-American woman was driving what looks kind of like a minivan from the inside. I don't know.
Probably had to be because of the way the camera was sitting in the back seat. There was so much room. You could see everything.
So we'll say a minivan. And African-American adult male and the passenger front. And then 2 kids of, I don't know if the ages were specified, but either way, somebody in the back's filming. Were pulled over for a seatbelt violation, is what it sounds like. And after the passenger had provided, I guess, 2 forms of ID, the cops were still like telling him to get out and everything. And the woman was on the phone with the 911 dispatcher because she was scared, and I guess when the guy reached down to get his ID out of his backpack, the cops drew their guns at him. And then subsequently, they told him to get out and open his door, and he's like, he didn't want to because he was scared. And they took the baton out, busted the window, reached in, tased him, didn't even open the door. They unlatched the door as they were tasing him, and then dragged him out and cuffed him.
Well, it was one of those deals where he had the door just cracked, and he was like I got the impression from the little clip, because you could see the reflection, that he was either shoving him paperwork or trying to show him something like the title or something, maybe, like out of the glove box. So it was, a bunch of cops outside with the window almost all the way rolled up, yelling and screaming back and forth with this guy.
Yeah, and I mean, the way that was edited together by CNN, it looks like the police way overreacted and went way beyond what they should have. Now I haven't seen the whole video, so I don't know. It was just the way it was put together.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, unfortunately. That's the sad part. It's just, I don't know. I mean, we've said it so many times. It's one of those things.
Right. I feel bad
Thousands and thousands of contacts made every day that go right and then go the way they should go, that you don't hear about, and then when something like this happens, it's the fucking spotlight's shined on it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of that cameras everywhere thing, But I mean, I do feel bad for the kids that were in the back seat because they're scared shitless, and you could hear the younger kids crying and I don't know, busting out a window and whatnot. And the woman's on the phone with the police dispatch, or at least allegedly, because you can't hear the other end of the call. So,
Well, if she was, I mean, that's all going to be recorded. So, that's the thing about all these cases. I'm not defending them, the law enforcement, by any means, because I don't even really know any details, obviously. But the fact of the matter is, just based on my experience, there's always more to the story than what gets pieced together by the media.
oh, I agree with that.
And so that's want to save my judgments for. And really, honestly, it's like, really, I don't, it's to the point now where, why, what are you going to do? It's
Well,
over and done with. You can't change the fact that these cops did what they did.
right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think somebody said it was Indiana, but the whole question of, or the CNN anchor or panel that was on there talking about it, one of the guys was like, well, the people in the car are obligated to show ID. That might not necessarily be true, depending on what state they're in.
Well, if you're in a traffic stop,
If you're a passenger, he was a passenger, mind you.
Oh, okay.
Not the driver. So
Okay.
there's no verification of legally able to drive a vehicle. And like I said, depending on the state, I don't know what Indiana law is. I know where I live, if I'm a passenger, I don't have to show ID. Although if I'm carrying, I at least have to show ID to coincide with my permit or license to carry, whatever the hell they want to call it. So.
Yeah, one of those things. So, all right, well, that's making me depressed. And it's just gonna piss me off because I know we'll get all the comments. Cops suck. Fucking.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that because I don't want to get into that type of heated debate. I'm
Yeah, I mean,
judgment
yeah.
on seeing at least the whole 14-minute video.
Yeah, I'm so over that bullshit because it's yes, there's horrible cops out there, just like there's horrible teachers, there's horrible accountants, and
Well, there's just
lawyers.
shitty people in general.
That's
I
what I'm
don't think it's
saying.
related to any specific field.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's shitty everybody. There's shitty doctors. There's shitty lawyers. There's
Yeah, I've had this exact conversation a million times, and it's like talking to an anti-gun advocate. I mean, there's no sense. You're not going to talk sense into somebody that's, either afraid of something or,
Right.
whatever their motivations are.
Right. And I'll just tell you like I said, from personal experience, the attitude and the lack of, and I hate to use the word respect because it's kind of one of those things. But the attitude and the judgment and I don't know what word to use here. I'll just say the lack of respect for lack of a better term that I can think of, of people towards law enforcement escalate situations dramatically. And I do think it goes both ways. There are some law enforcement that are just assholes and they don't give the respect. You know, when contact's first made, they don't initiate any respect, and they cross the line and they, you know, aggravate a situation. But you know, the majority of the time, it's, you know, when you're contacting someone, it's there's usually a very fuck you attitude involved. So it's hard to kind of overcome that and deal with that in a lot of situations. So
Yeah.
anyway, enough about that.
Moving on.
The other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, bring it back to guns here. Did you guys see Yeager's video with the Century AK guy?
No, when was it?
No.
Oh, just the other day. Oh, seriously?
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. 100% American-made AK, $700.
Yeah. So everybody knows about the Century, like the 100% US AK, like Huck said. And I want to say the first run was called the CV or the AV or CV or some shit, but it's the Century. And then apparently from Yeager's video, and I guess who he had was like the main sales rep, like the biggest sales rep in the company or whatever. Apparently they had given 3 or 4 rifles to tactical response to use in their fighting rifle course, and they put it through the paces, and then James and his crew, his guys, basically told Century what they did and what they didn't like about this AK. And then so Century went back to the drawing board, and they have completely revamped this rifle, and so now it's like the CV2, the new Century, and it's like all the little individual, they changed like 6, 8, 10 components strictly based on what James and his crew was telling them, like from the mag release to the standard AK front and rear sights to the actual stock is interchangeable with Russian furniture, you know, like regular AK furniture now. And so basically they made it more like a true AK as far as being interchangeable or having authentic parts, but still made 100% in the U.S. And then they did what was you remember the coating hook that they put on it?
Yeah, the nitride coating.
Nitride coating, yes. It's supposed to be a way more durable coating, and I don't know.
It's inside the barrel, and it's
about
like standard AKM furniture now.
Right, yes. The threads, they did the threads so you can put a can on it. I mean, it's about a 15-minute video, but it is, like, honest to God, it made me want to run out and buy one, because apparently they changed everything that needed to be changed and, you know, made it right. So they're supposed to give James a couple new ones to run and put them through the paces. But anybody interested in an AK, I think we might have something there with this new rifle.
I might buy an AK just to have an AK. It's just one of those things that I feel like it needs to be in the safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty slick, and I think, you know, I want to say I know the original Centuries were $5.99. So I don't know if if the new ones are like $6.99, if they went up that much, or if that's just like MSRP. But I
I'm
know
pretty sure that's what he said.
I know my gun shop now has. I think it's one of the old. I need to check that. I don't know if they've rolled out the new ones to market yet. But my gun shop now has a Century AK with that gray laminate stock, and it's $5.99, which I was seriously looking at, but now I'm glad I didn't, because if I ever get ready to pull a trigger, I'm gonna wait and get the C2 or the CB2 or whatever, the newest one. So anyway, y'all check that out.
Everybody's dropping out now, and I've actually got to get going myself. So.
Oh yeah, no problem.
You guys have a good
Just
night.
lost connection. Yeah, you too, Sully.
I'll see you guys next week.
All right, later.
Take it easy. Did you say they said the price on that thing or no?
I want to say Huck said $6.99 is MSRP, so I'm still thinking they're going to be, you could probably get it for $6.50, $5.99, somewhere in that range. But it's, and they're still milled. They're not stamped. They're still. I mean, I was impressed, dude. Like as he's going through all the changes and upgrades, and it seems like they truly. I mean, of course, obviously he's a salesman, but with James right there calling him out, because he even said something about what did he say? Something about it. God, I can't think. He said something about the accuracy. Oh, that's what it was. It was the accuracy between a stamped rifle and a milled rifle. And James is like, there's no difference. They're just as accurate as one or the other. I don't know why people think that just because it's milled, it's going to be more accurate, or vice versa, or something to that effect. Basically, James wasn't. You could tell he wasn't just going to sit there and let the guy feed us a line if it wasn't true, or if it wasn't something that James was going to stand behind. He kind of spoke up, but for the most part, it seemed like they got this thing, squared away here. So I don't know. I think it's pretty neat. Personally, I know you're not a fan of the embellishments of the American flag on the receiver, G-Webs, but I think it's pretty cool. There's a 100% U.S. made AK.
Well, I'm down with them making an AK, yeah, but they don't have to scribble shit all over the side of it like they do. It'd be nice if they made an option, because they obviously don't have to laser engrave all that stuff down there.
Yeah, I just think it's, that whole branding thing, or, I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Anyhow, so the other day was in 1857, I think, the day that Browning got his the patent for his first gun. So it wasn't the first gun he made, but it was his first patent for a gun.
Oh, sweet. So what was Browning's first?
Single shot thing, they call it the Browning single shot or something like that. Single shot rifle.
Oh, it was a rifle.
Yeah, I think it's the Winchester 1859 or something.
So what?
Patented a couple of years earlier, the other way around or something.
So he designed it and then Winchester manufactured it or something, or?
Yeah, exactly. That was their relationship. So this is what happens when Tech doesn't have a guest. Did you hear the guest who he was going to have, or do you know who he's talking about, the guest that he was going to have?
I knew it was some author, but
Some guy who's going around the country I guess he's done, according to the guys. He's done with the thing, but he's going around the country taking pictures to be a picture book about gun owners. And I've heard of someone else who did that, made a coffee table book about taking pictures with gun owners, like just people with their guns. And I guess it's just, I was kind of curious to find out if it's the same guy doing it again, or if it's just some other guy doing it. And then, how much money can you possibly make on a book like that? I mean, it cost me almost $4,000 to drive from Tucson to DC and back, back in 12. And, we were staying in like wherever, like in people's, couches and parking lots and stuff. We weren't spending a lot of money, so that's got to cost a lot of money because he's covered like I forget how many miles he said. A lot though.
Now, did he get any kind of crowdsourcing or funding?
I seen him on Kickstarter, I think, is where I first seen him, but I don't think it was that much. Let me go see if I can find.
That'd be the ticket right there.
What do you say the name of the book was? We the People?
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
yeah, we the people.
Shit, where the hell did that get typed?
Dana, you still with us?
Yep.
I didn't hear any shells clinking around, so I don't know if you were there or not.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute myself whenever I. It's therapeutic to me, but it might not be therapeutic to everybody.
Oh no, dude! If I could get away with it, man, I'd love to have a reloading setup. I think that'd be a great little way to decompress. Especially as OCD as I am, I think that'd be a perfect little hobby.
Well, the guy's website is down. He's got a YouTube channel. I'll post it, I guess.
Damn, is that you, G? Got the
No.
sirens going off? They coming to get you?
Daniel.
Oh, that's me.
Oh.
They know I have guns.
You don't hear sirens down here in the bunker?
Nice. So have you had an opportunity to talk with Haas yet about how his journey's going?
Nah, I just made sure he was alright with me doing the patches, and then that was when he was driving into, like, Ohio or something. And then once I started it and did it, he was already in by Jaeger's doing classes or something. Or classes. So, I don't know which classes he did first. I think he did something rifle, and then he did the contractor class, I think. So, anyway, he's just been in classes. I think he's in classes until he goes to Eric's thing.
Yeah, that makes sense if he's up there and work his way down. So.
Well, I found the guy's page. It wasn't working, and then it's working, so maybe the internet's just... Maybe Alcor needs to tweak the internet a little bit this week. But, it doesn't look like it's that many miles, I guess. Maybe I misunderstood. Because now it looks like he just drove from California up through Chicago and whatnot to Maine. So he just kind of drove kitty corner across the country. I guess that wouldn't cost that much. I'm
So
just going from the...
any,
I guess I should click on route.
Is there any examples of his book in that website? Or?
Oh yeah, there's tons of pictures in here. It's just a bunch of people doing different things. People in front of a church, people with tie-dyes on, people in like the Southwest, some guy looks like a cop or something, some rich guy.
And they all have guns.
Yeah, they're just all sort of like, you take a Christmas picture, except instead of Christmas stuff, it's gun stuff.
Pretty neat concept, though.
Yeah, there's some pictures from Big Sandy. Well, I mean, like I say, I've seen this before. This was, I don't remember when, but there was a guy who did a coffee table book, and it was one of those things that got on like the Sunday news thing or something because everybody I know who isn't a gun person had to tell me like, hey, there's a gun book being made. You know, like I'm gonna find that interesting because I like guns or whatever. You know, so everybody told me, and that was a while ago. So I don't, like I say, I'm not sure. Maybe it is the same guy. Maybe it isn't. And I don't know. I mean, I guess it's interesting to read about it, but like I say, I guess I don't know. There's a lot of people are interested in buying these books. Fund the trip. That'd be neat.
All right. Well, I guess on that note, yeah,
20-minute chat.
Yeah, we've been in about an hour, so that's But yeah, I'm pretty much out of topics and what's that? Desire to keep this going.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about.
Yeah. But so anyway, just to recant, everybody go. What's the it's GLOCK.us or something? What's the
website? Glocktober.us. Yeah.
Glocktober.us. So check that out. And like I said, once this post, I'll go back through the comments and I'll pick out the 19th comment and the 22nd comment, and you guys will be the winner. And I'll just PM you or message you through YouTube or G Plus or however the fuck it lets me do it, and get your shipping info, and G-Webs will send you out something. So anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody that tuned in, bearing with us, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, okay.